The next big decision regarding same-sex marriage in Michigan came down today.
But not from a court, rather from the governor. Political reporter Rick Albin's in studio with today's new developments. Rick.
Not necessarily surprise here. Governor Snyder says the state will not recognize more than 300 same-sex marriages performed last weekend. Those marriages performed from the time a federal judge struck down Michigan's ban on same-sex marriage and when a stay on that ruling was issued are still legal, according to Governor Snyder, but will not be recognized till the issue has been finally settled by a court. The appellate court could rule this summer, but another appeal and another stay and a trip to the U.S. Supreme Court seem inevitable to some. That leaves open the possibility those marriages won't be observed by the state until or unless a Supreme Court ruling comes down. That could take months, perhaps years. This all means that certain state benefits will be withheld from 600 or so people involved in those weekend weddings. The governor had this to say earlier today in Lansing.
Although the marriages were legal, what the state does is reinstate Michigan law. And under Michigan law, it says the state of Michigan will not recognize the fact that they're married because they're of the same sex. So what we have is a situation here where the legal marriages took place on Saturday, but because of the stay, that the operation of law is such that we won't recognize the benefits of that marriage until there's a removal of the stay or there's an upholding of the judge's opinion by the Court of Appeals or a higher court.
Democratic State Senate Leader Gretchen Whitmer wasted no time with her response. She issued a statement that said in part, quote, "I'm absolutely offended that Governor Snyder would continue to deny these couples the same rights, opportunities, and benefits that every other legal married couples is entitled to in our state." That statement went on to say that his actions are laughable. His excuses are simply disgraceful, according to Whitmer. Not only will this issue not finally be settled anytime soon, it's not going to fade into the background, particularly given the polarization that surrounds it and the fact that we are just 222 days from decision 2014.
So does this play all the way through the summertime? I mean, is this something we're going to be talking about come Election Day?
You know, it's really about timing because there isn't a whole lot else that can happen right now. Stays in place. Governor has said the state's not going to recognize this. So nothing else happens until the appellate court makes a decision. Do they do that this summer? If they do in August or September, you're going to hear a lot more about it. The emotions will run high again. I mean, my email is full downstairs. People on both sides, very emotional. But then does it drop off quickly after that? And or is there another stay? Does it go to the Supreme Court? If it goes to the Supreme Court, it's very unlikely that this gets settled anywhere before the general election. So the real question is, how often does it stay in the news cycle? What other issues can come up around it? Right now, it seems like this may be peaking for now. The next shoe is yet to drop, and we'll see when that happens.
All right, following you. Thank you, Rick.